Hello friends, welcome back to Budgeting Over 40. I'm Melissa, and in today's video, we're going to go over the monthly budget for August 2025. Now, August is going to be a very special month because I will be receiving 3 paychecks from my full-time job in the month. So if you're interested in seeing how the numbers are going to play out, please stay tuned. All right, friends, I appreciate you so much for being here. We are going to jump right in and talk about how I want the month to look. Now, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that everything plays out the way that I'm going to lay it out, but we all know that life happens, but we can always start out with a plan. So, my plan for the month of August, what I'm going to do to show you, I'm going to jump over to the annual budget forecast that I did do for the months or the second half of the year. Now, I did put out this video. If you have not seen it, I invite you to go ahead and take a look, but I'm going to do a quick refresher here. So in the month of August, as you can see for the annual budget forecast, my income is supposed to be coming in at $7,440. $3,000 for hubby, and $1,375 for extra income. Now you could see here, I did plan everything out, but there's a few things that are going to change because down here in the bottom, I do have the sinking funds. This area down here in gray is for my sinking funds, which is my cars fund, my home fund, the family fund, and my subscription fund. Now, these are going to change in August as to what I'm actually going to put into the monthly budget. So let's jump back over to August. We're going to go ahead and talk about rollover. So I am recording this video on July 23rd, and I'm doing it this early because I want to know how the money is going to play out. So as of this time, I'm still waiting on hubby to transfer about $2,000 into our joint bills account. And if you have seen any of my recent videos on my YNAB paycheck budget allocations, you will see that we're basically fully funded for the month of July. The only thing that I'm really worried about for the rest of July is if I need to get any more groceries, if I need to get any more gas, and if we're going to do any kind of dining out. All the bills are already paid. So out of that $2,000 that I'm expecting to come in from hubby, I'm going to plan to roll over about $1,000 from that. This is something that was not a part of the annual budget forecast. There was no rollover. So, like I said, my income is $7,440. Hubby's income is $3,000. And then the miscellaneous or transfer is $1,375. So that is going to total $12,815. Now I'm playing it safe. And now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if I should go ahead and just pay completely safe and take out the rollover. You know what? I'm going to take it out. If any rollover come in, I'm just going to consider that bonus money to put into different categories when I do my allocation in YNAB. So that's $11,815. Let's move down into the fixed expenses. Rent is for $2,500. Electric is $134. HP Inc. So on my annual forecast, I did have $7, but I think I have the plan down packed. So it's going to come out to be $6 per month. Peloton is $44. Google Cloud is $3. And I am going to pause here. I do this every time I do my monthly budget. I do budget using round numbers because my Google Cloud is only $2.16. But for my forecast, when I do my months, I like to do using the round numbers so I don't have to play around with any kind of cents. So car insurance is going to go down $10 from the month of July. So August, it's coming in at $252. Renter's insurance, I'm going to skip this month. Braces is $225 per month. iCloud storage is $10. SiriusXM is $8. Cell phone. So for the month of July, my cell phone bill came out to be about $275. That's with hubby's new phone. So I'm going to go ahead and budget $275. That's a little bit up. I think it's $5 up from what I have in the annual forecast because here you can see that I do have $270 here. So I'm going to have to go in and change some numbers for my annual budget forecast. All right, next is internet for 89. Amazon Prime is 17. Child support is 526 per month. And after school, I am going to budget zero. I'm not going to put anything in there. So that's a total in the fixed bills or monthly expenses that I do have to pay with a due date is $4,089 even. Now, out of the $11,000 that I have for income, it's leaving me with $7,726. And we're going to move down to section number 2, which is my debt section. Now, in the debt section, credit card minimums, I do have 3 credit cards I'm working on paying off, which is my Apple Card, my Mattress Firm credit card, and my Discover card. Now, the Discover card is my debt focus, and I'm throwing $645 to that card every month. So between that and the next 2 cards, the minimum for credit cards is $737. And I've been doing good so far with paying off the Discover card. I haven't had anything extra over the $645 to throw in, but it is what it is. $645 is set to help me pay off this card before the promotion period ends. Student loan is 40, auto loan is 940, personal loan is 1,152, and Affirm is 416. All right, so there we go. I'm just going to change personal loans just to personal loan. I only have one. So for the debt section, that's $3,285 even. Now, you guys, look at this number. Out of my income for the month, I'm throwing $3,285 to debt. It is a good thing, but I think it's also a bad thing because I'm not supposed to be throwing this much money towards debt. I want to be able to pay off the debt. All this money could be going into savings or going into living, a fun-filled life with my family. So that's why I am on a journey to get rid of this debt. Let's move on. So out of the $7,726 that we had left here, we now have $4,441 to move over into the savings and sinking fund section. Now, one thing that I am changing up when it comes down to my sinking funds and my savings is that subscriptions I'm no longer going to put in the budget. Now, I've mentioned to you guys before that my Apple Card, which is my primary use card, I do get a lot of cash back from it because I use that card to purchase everything: groceries, gas. I use it to pay any bill that can be paid on a credit card, which is my electric bill, my internet, all of my subscriptions, my cell phone, my car insurance, everything I put on that card. And it all depends what I'm paying for, the amount of cash back that I get. So now for my cell phone, I think I get 3% cash back. Anything Apple Pay, so if I go and I get gas or I get groceries, it's 2%. And any other thing that is just a swipe or a charge, it's 1%. So monthly, I can get back maybe $60 in cash back. I think just about $60 in cash back from my Apple Card. And I'm using that to fund my subscriptions because most, if not all of my subscriptions is charged onto my Apple Card. So when I do get the cash back, it goes into a high yield savings account and I use that to pay for the subscriptions. So I'm going to take that out of the budget. So what we're going to do for car sinking fund, I'm going to put $100. For family, I'm going to put $100, $1,000 here because in family, I do have back to school. Back to school shopping needs to start in the month of August. I'm going to buy small portions to get through because I'm not doing the big shop at the end of August to start out September. I've done that years past and it doesn't make any sense. So I buy little bits here and there for the kids just to get them through because they're growing so fast. So $1,000 I'm setting aside for family because I really do need to start my back to school shopping. In the home sinking fund, I'm going to put $1,000 here because I also need to start putting some money aside for heating oil, which if we're rolling into August, you guys, before you know it, it's going to be colder again, and then we will be using a lot more heating oil. So the $1,000 is to beef that up just to get us ahead a little bit to be able to, comfortably pay for the heating oil. Now, here in the subscriptions, we're going to put zero. All right, so for the savings, that's $2,100. And out of the $4,000 that we had left after we put money into the debt section, we're left with $2,341. Now, into the variable spending, which is this is the area that I don't have a good handle or hold on. Cars, I'm going to put $250. Food, I'm bumping this up to $1,400 for the month of August. And what I'm realizing, my kids are going to camp and I do have to provide lunch. So they do get breakfast to go before they go to camp. And I do pack them lunch and snack to go as well. So it's like they're in school. So the grocery budget is just going. It's going and they eat so much, you guys. So I'm putting $1,400 in there. That should take care of the groceries and also any kind of household consumables and any kind of dining out we're going to do. We'll see. For giving, I'm going to put 10. For my babies, I'm going to put, let's put $100 here. This is just a category for them. If we go out for ice cream or if they want a little toy when we go somewhere, this is something for them to get. So it's just a small amount of money that I'm not throwing to sinking funds. This is something that I can use within the budget. Personal, I'm going to put 100, and wellness, I'm going to put 50. So that's $1,910 even, and we're left with $431. Now let's go down into the miscellaneous section. We are not going to put anything in heating oil because I don't think I'll need any heating oil in the month of August. And if need be, it will be in the home sinking fund. But propane, there is a bill that I will be paying. I do have the bill now here in July, but I will be paying it in August. So it is going to be just about $152. Now, the only thing about this that may change, remember in the first part of the video, I was telling you that hubby will be giving some money before the month of July is through. If he does send that money before the month is out, I'm going to go ahead and pay the propane bill. But if not, and it comes like it did for him for the start of July, the money that he was supposed to give me in June, he ended up giving me in early July. If that's the case with the money from July for August, we'll pay it in August. So we're playing this by ear. Reimbursement, unexpected spending is zero. But we're now left with $279 even. Now, I'm thinking that I could put some more money towards debt, which is for my Discover card. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take out this 737. It's going to show me that there's $1,016 that I could go ahead and put towards debt. So, all right, you guys, we have budgeted everything down to zero. You can see here in this red box, we are at a zero base budget. So out of the $11,815 that I forecast to bring in as income, we have budgeted everything down to zero. So there's there's $4,089 in fixed expenses, $3,564 in debt, $2,100 in savings. Variable is getting $1,910, and then there's 1,000. Nope, there is $152 going to that propane bill that I need to pay in the miscellaneous category group. So that's it, down to zero. This is how we budget. We are zero-based budget over here. That means every dollar of the income that we're expecting or that we do get in, we give them all a job to do. So that's it. So you guys, how have you been doing with the month of July? Have you gone in and looked at August? Did you start your August monthly budget? So far, July, we stayed on a pretty good path. We still have just about a week left in this month, and I'm hoping that we just can keep it on a level base and not go too crazy. So fingers crossed. Life do happen and we do have to roll and pivot with the changes as they come. but we're here for it. So, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time out to watch. I do want to give you guys a shout out and let you know that you guys have been amazing. And if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. So close. And I think I will be planning a little giveaway when I do hit that milestone. So go ahead and click subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would love for you to follow along with our journey and to watch us get out of this mess. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.